Hello Wolfpack, I'm going to give you guys a simple explanation in this video, a short one as well, of when altcoin season will start and what will happen in the market as a general kind of outline question in the next couple of months regarding Bitcoin in performance in relation to altcoins. I'm going to keep this video short because I've actually done this topic before, but in an unrelated video in a general market update. I looked into this briefly. So those guys who, are looking for the answer to this question specifically wouldn't have watched that video, and so I'm just going to put this into a quick little video for you guys now. I'm going to keep this simple as well. So this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. The Bitcoin dominance chart is a chart that kind of measures the percentage of money in the crypto space that is in Bitcoin in comparison to altcoins. Right now it is sitting at 43. That means that 43% of all of the money in cryptocurrency is sitting in Bitcoin. So the lower this goes, the more money is in the altcoin space, right? And the more likely we're seeing an altcoin season. So what we actually saw in the last bull market and what we've been seeing as a general basis on the Bitcoin dominance chart is a sharp downwards trend over time, right? Over the period of years, a downwards trend. And that is because more altcoins are coming into the market and there's more money spread out to more places. It doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin is losing its grip on the market. It just means there is more money spread out. Look, if we look at what was happening in 2015, you can see 99% of the money in cryptocurrency was in Bitcoin. This is simply due to the fact that there was like 10 altcoins at this point, right? There was no altcoins, right? Maybe more than 10, but like it was basically just Bitcoin and a bunch of random coins that no one cared about, right? That was the only interesting thing in cryptocurrency was Bitcoin. As 2017 happened, and this is why 2017 really changed the game for crypto, we had the first altcoin season where Bitcoin dominance dropped down massively, but prices still went up, right? So money flowed into altcoins. We saw parabolic runs in altcoins. That's why most of the traction that crypto has gained to this day has come from the 2017 to 2018 bull market. This bull market has not extended to that point yet, so we haven't actually seen a significant amount of traction in the media and in social media and etc. From Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We're yet to see that parabolic phase. What we have seen is the first move down on Bitcoin dominance, and this is where we saw the initial move up from January to May, and we saw Bitcoin dominance drop massively as money flowed into altcoins as things like Ethereum started to run, and now we're seeing a consolidation period to the side like we saw here in August 2017, right? So we can see that this consolidation period in August 2017 actually came from July to about December before it went downwards again, right? So right now what we're seeing something very similar play out from May, and it's October currently, and I'm not expecting this sideways continuation to finish until December, okay? And I'll tell you why in a second. I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to go upwards and retest this resistance zone before dropping down sharply to new all-time lows. This is because, guys, Bitcoin needs to run first. A lot of people don't understand how market cycles work when new to crypto. They buy altcoins and expect their altcoins to run up parabolically, outperforming Bitcoin the whole bull market. That is simply not the case. Bitcoin needs to have periods where it outperforms altcoins. Now, it might not outperform by percentage. That's because the Bitcoin market cap is very large. So if Bitcoin goes up 30%, that doesn't mean Ethereum is going to go up 10%. It just means relative to its size, it's going to outperform altcoins. And this is why we're seeing across the market right now. And you would have noticed in the recent rally up to 51K from 40K, you would have noticed that altcoins are lagging massively. They're not moving at the same extent of what they were previously in the start of the bull market, right? This is not abnormal at all. This is actually very, very, very normal. So I'll draw it again. We're going to be bouncing on the Bitcoin dominance, and I'm saying it as if it's a certainty because it basically is, right? If Cyclical Theory has anything to say about this, if everything we know about cryptocurrency in the last decade has anything to say about this, we will be bouncing on the Bitcoin dominance. So it's not necessarily a question at this point, right? It's just looking at the trends and extrapolating that data. Yes, it could be different this time, but it's not what we're going to be betting on because we don't bet on abnormal occurrences in cryptocurrency, right? We look at the Cyclical Theory because that's the most unique part about crypto. If we look at what actually happened in the last bull market, we can see that Bitcoin topped out here at around December 17th. What we can see on the Bitcoin dominance chart is that Bitcoin topped out here at around December 4th, but that would have been, this is the weekly chart, so it would have been closer to around December 10th, right? So basically what you can kind of extrapolate from that is at the same time that Bitcoin topped out, reached its all-time high, Bitcoin dominance ended its rally and altcoins started performing well. This is because people realized that Bitcoin was done, right? Bitcoin was finished its rally, they sold out of Bitcoin and shifted their money into altcoins. This mass transition of wealth from Bitcoin to altcoins caused the Bitcoin dominance chart to go downwards massively, and we entered what is called an altcoin season, where altcoins hold the predominant amount of wealth in the cryptocurrency space within their market caps. So we saw Bitcoin drop out on the 17th of December, and we actually saw what happened here on Ethereum, which is very interesting, which people don't understand as well. On December 17th, when Bitcoin topped out, Ethereum was only trading at 600 USD. It then later went on to rally over 100% to 1,400 USD. The key point that I want to get in this video, guys, is that altcoins run longer than Bitcoin, right? It's not like anything we see in the bear market, in the preliminary stages of the bull market. When Bitcoin tops out, that does not mean the altcoin season is over. In fact, it means the altcoin season is yet to begin. So when you see Bitcoin topping out, and I know it's a hard thing to see, right? It's not that simple, but when you see Bitcoin topping out, you should actually be looking to shift your money into altcoins, because that means that's a signal that altcoins are going to be running next. And typically altcoins run for about a month extra, right? According to the 2017 cycle, there's not much data on this, but Ethereum topped out just less than a month, 27 days later than Bitcoin topped out, right? So what we can expect if we're looking at the historical data is a bounce up in the Bitcoin dominance to a place that we can't really be sure where it's going to bounce to, but I reckon it's going to retest this resistance zone here, right, until December, maybe late December for lengthening cycles. And then as Bitcoin tops out, we're going to see a sharp drop down below our previous all-time lows, somewhere into the 30% to 20% region. That is just a speculation. And then once Ethereum tops out, right, which we can look at the time, we can look at that by technical analysis and various on-chain metrics. As Ethereum tops out, then we will be selling all of our coins, and then Bitcoin dominance will have a gradual recovery over the course of 3 years until the next bull market, like it saw here, a gradual recovery as people, because keep in mind, guys, people don't want to hold altcoins during a bear market, right? Especially the big players. They want to be as safe as possible. In a bear market, a lot of altcoins go to zero. Holding any altcoins is very, very risky. You want to be holding the biggest market cap coin, if anything, right? And you want to be accumulating towards the end of the bear market as well. So holding Bitcoin is definitely the most logical and the safest hold during a bear market, where typically nothing really performs well anyway. So it's better to have that extra security and just hold Bitcoin, right? If you're planning on holding a top 300 altcoin into the bear market, I'd highly encourage you not to do that. Obviously, that's not financial advice, but it's a very, very, very risky game, right? Most people who did that in 2017 had to hold those bags to zero, and they would never recover, right? And if they do recover, they have to wait 4 years for it to recover. So people like to hold Bitcoin during a bear market, and that's why we see after the bull markets, Bitcoin dominance trending upwards slowly, because people are buying into Bitcoin as they realize their altcoins are kind of dead bags, right? When it's outside the bull market. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting, guys. A bounce and then a drop and then the end of the bull market, right? And I think that's all going to happen by the end of Q1 2022. Most likely the start of Q1 2022, and preferably the start of Q1 2022 in January or maybe early February. Because remember, we want this, I hear a lot of people hoping for lengthening cycles. That's not actually what we want, guys. We want this to be as predictable as possible. We want the same thing to play out every single 4 years. Because if the same thing plays out every single 4 years in terms of cyclical theory, we can basically just get a cheat sheet and, make free money, right? Because we know exactly what's going to be happening. If something different happens in this cycle, a lot of people are hoping for a super cycle. If that happens, we lose all predictability, right? 10 years of cyclical theory goes out the window, and we're just going in blind when the next bull market happens. We don't want that at all. We want to be able to predict what's happened based off past performance. Anyway, guys, that's been the video. So altcoins are lagging. Don't worry, that's normal. Altcoins will probably start to perform well in December and January and maybe into February, depending on how the cycle goes. I'm expecting Bitcoin to have its time to shine here. This just doesn't mean that altcoins aren't going to go up. Of course, they're going to go up. They're just not going to rally 50% per day, like they were doing back in April. That's for later in the cycle. So just hold tight, guys. It's coming. That's all I got for you today. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.